What's up, everybody? We're back. We here. What's up?
You're so loud. You pegged out your mic. No
Everybody says they can't hear me. I'm just trying to make it where y'all can hear me and stuff.
The neighbors can hear you.
That's awesome, Harry. So you're gonna be a grandfather?
Harry.
You're gonna be a grandpa now? Your first grandbaby. So yeah, I would say that will make you a grandfather.
Hello, Dolores. How are you doing?
Awesome. I'm a grandfather that don't get to see any of the grandkids. That's weird.
Well, you saw one of them last
I
time.
have. I
Last
mean, I
time
can't
we
say.
did it.
Hello,
Hi,
Cameron.
Cameron.
I got some more Temu stuff in this week, obviously, because I can't stop ordering from Temu because I'm a dummy. The cool things that I got though, I got some boots, and both pairs that I got are actually really comfortable. So thank you, timekeeper. Both pairs are really comfortable. So I'm probably gonna take muted. Who's muted?
I said you're muted.
I'm not muted. I see the stream going.
I don't know.
Can y'all not hear me? Hello? I see the stream moving
Either that or King Cobra's fucking with
as
you
I'm
again.
talking. I think King Cobra's muted himself. So timekeeper can hear us.
Okay.
Alright,
Turn
good.
your volume up, King Cobra.
Yeah, crank your volume up. How about that? Don't mute yourself, man. That's terrible.
He can't hear us telling him to turn his volume up.
Right? Very slowly.
That's good, Dolores. Slowly is better than not at all.
Yeah, I don't know if it can be seen that I've lost any weight.
Shut up.
What? What? Okay. I lost a couple pounds. Just saying. Munchkin is still, I don't know. She hasn't
Although I
mentioned.
haven't gotten the scale on a week and a half.
You should probably check it again. Yeah.
I don't know, Dolores. Last time I checked, it was only 5 pounds. I can feel things shifting. My pants fit different, and my
Well, there you
bra fits
go.
differently. So.
If your pants fit better,
It's
or
not
loose-
going anywhere though. It's just moving around my body. But
Well, you mean you don't want to weigh now, like after you eat stuff. Weigh
okay,
usually
what
in the morning.
what I ate was okay. I had less than a half a cup of cottage cheese with some Greek olives, and they have avocado snack packs, so I don't have to worry about the precise timing that the avocados will be ripe at 2:32 a.m. You better eat them all now, or we're gonna turn brown. So I had an avocado snack pack, some Greek olives, and a couple scoops of cottage cheese.
I'll tell y'all what though. If you ever go out and buy a disposable vape, don't get the Elf Bar Sour Apple. This is the worst tasting vape I've ever had. This is just plain out nasty. Oh my god. Did we chat with Jazzy? Cloud Chucker, I did not personally, but Munchkin did.
I did, and I forgot to ask him about.
I still don't know what the deal is going on with Jazzy because he basically removed himself from all social media. So I don't know the brass tacks of it or what he is trying to accomplish, but I hope he's okay.
He seemed in good spirits when I was chatting with him. It was in a much better mood that I could tell from when he came on to join us. But
Of course they added to their story. So I tried to go fly Tappahannock last Saturday, and when I got there, it was basically too late in the morning to have like a sunrise flight. You know what I mean? It was more like 9 or 10 in the morning, and by that time the wind had already picked up pretty good as far as thermals go. And I basically, but now 2 of the other guys did decide to fly, and Jay, when he took off, I thought he was going to die. His wing literally went back behind him as he was going up. I thought he was going to stall, but he managed to pull it out. And then he went really close to that water tower, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, sunset. Sunset flights are really awesome, Dolores. You'll get the best views out of sunset, but honestly, the best wind or as far as thermals are concerned, the morning is the best, just because it's had all night to just calm down. So, sunset, you're getting it as it's calming down. I don't know why the dog's barking, because I just let that dog out.
I don't know, because I'm the one that let her in. I don't know what her deal is.
Yeah, that's true, Dom Long. It's very true. I don't know if he has some bad influences on the internet. If that's the case, then I completely understand. It is.
I don't know that he necessary. I mean, because most, from what I could see, he was just involved in a lot of groups, but it might just be a little overwhelming for him now. And
I like that Dolores says that's too effing early.
I agree with Dolores. It is too fucking early. I'm amazed that we got up. I got up at 6:30, and we still didn't get there until like 10:30. It was.
We didn't, because we didn't leave. What am I drinking? More Fighting Cock, Tony. Because liquor doesn't really screw with the keto that much. It may slow it down a little bit, but I'm kind of plateauing right now anyway. We're probably going to have to take a cheat day in about 5 or 6 more days just to shake up my system to start losing weight
we're
again.
not.
What? Well,
you better cheat while I'm not here.
Okay, Munchkin's not ready for a cheat day yet, because she hasn't made that dramatic drop off. Usually when you start keto, there's a point where you just drop a lot of weight all of a sudden, and then it just levels out. Yeah, you're right, Dom Long. But she hasn't had that drop off apparently, so she's not happy about it. I did get a different radio. Most of the radios that I have, like these Baofangs, these are these are 2 meter radios, okay? Which there's certain frequencies that they allow paraglider and hang glider pilots use, which that's what I use is in that range. Otherwise, you got to have an amateur radio license, which you're still supposed to get one, which maybe I'll do that. I don't know.
Funny CDC.
And then I have, for my air radio, I have a Yaesu. Well, I guess I can grab it. Well, there it is. There's the Yaesu. This is my air radio that I can transmit and receive on. But this is the talk pod I got. Now, the cool thing about this, even though this has some leakage over to other frequencies, I can talk on the regular 2 meter, but I can also listen to airband. Neither one of those 2 radios will do that. This radio will let me listen to airband, so I can hear air traffic at the same time I'm still talking to my buddies, which is pretty cool. And it's got a color screen.
Well, and he gets up every morning and listens to Langley as they're...
It works with my headset, which is nice. So, because it's just got the regular Kenwood connector. And so I'll probably be using it the next time I go up. But wonder where the lost weight goes. Does it lurk in the park? Is it riding the bus? I pronounced it right.
With all my
I don't even know what I said, Scott. But yeah, there you go. Can you make radio calls to other aircraft? You could, Tony. I wouldn't suggest that. If they're on the same frequency as you, yeah, you could call other aircraft. I wouldn't do that for any reason, but I got you. Still good, hoping the same. Yeah, I pre-ordered Starfield also, Timekeeper. Actually, that was like my birthday present. I got Starfield for my birthday, so
I'm
I
gonna go
pre-ordered
hunt
it
your
so
dog
that
down
I
the
could
stairs.
get actually, and before you mess up, Timekeeper, technically the first day you can play it, from what I saw, is August 31st. So you might want to be looking August 31st for Starfield to see if you can play it. Um, yeah, Starfield has turned out to be
Yeah, it's like Fallout in space,
a
Dolores.
game. Yeah, yeah, it is, Dolores. It's basically fighting out in space, exploring space, going to different planets, shooting at other starships out
You
there,
can build bases and
doing
gather
missions.
resources,
It's
and
it's Fallout to in space. That's basically what it is.
that's what I just said.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. So we'll see. Maybe I'll stream some of it for the heck of it. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be other people doing it. I got to let this dog out or something.
She's already gone out. I think she still had food in her bowl. I don't know what the hell she wants.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Pain in the ass dog. So the grandchildren will be coming over tomorrow. So they came by the other night, and the older one was upset that her kitty cat wouldn't come out. So hopefully, if they come stay tomorrow, since they'll be in the house for a long time and it'll be calmer, that he might come out so she can see him. So Scuba filled up the pool. We got the hot tub ready, and we still have like leftover non-keto food we can't eat. So we've got pizza and stuff they can eat.
Yeah, it's really bad when you have food laying around that you know you can't have, but you're like,
Like
man, I wish I could eat
pizza.
that. So I just usually bypass it. Like there's candy in there. I know there's candy in there, but I don't touch it.
It's
Now,
shitty candy, which is why it's still in there.
Munchkin, yeah, she anyways.
What?
What, you like candy?
What were you gonna
I mean,
say? I love candy.
yeah, well there you go. That's what I was gonna say. You like candy.
No, they'll
I'm-
leave. It's the two younger ones. They gotta go to school. They have to go away.
Why am I vaping this sour apple thing?
I
That is
don't-
the nastiest disposable. I swear they should have
Kids
never
are doing
put that.
good.
Um,
She started working for a friend of hers, so she's working nights, cleaning daycare centers. So she got her first paycheck today, and she wanted to have, I think, what was it, like a whole month's rent extra in savings. So she came, I think, $200 shy of her goal. So which is a lot closer than she thought she was going to get. So their rent's paid through October. So she's trying to. They're doing good. They're staying ahead. She's turned into a electricity Nazi so bad that Junior, the young one, will go in and yell at Patrick if he leaves the light on in the bathroom, and we'll go around.
which
turning
is
lights
funny
off
because they
behind
didn't
people.
do that when they lived with
Yeah.
us at all. At
He's-
all.
But a little over 2 years old, and I went over there to watch them so she could go to her doctor's appointment. And Junior disappeared into the kitchen, so I went in to see what he was doing. This little turd opened the dishwasher and was putting his bowl and his spoon in the dishwasher from his cereal. So he still won't talk all that much.
No, he don't, which is weird.
He says what he needs to say. He was yelling at his sister and calling her name because she was not getting up, and Mom told her to. He will tell you no. If he's got to go potty, because he's going potty on the potty. But he's a good little kid. Hello, Boots.
My plan is weather dependent. If it's nice on Labor Day, I'm gonna fly out of this field right behind my house because Langley Air Force Base will be closed because that's a federal holiday. They'll be closed, so I don't have to call for permission. So I'm gonna take off from right there. Plus, my neighbor wants to see me fly really bad, so I doubt he'll be up at that time. Because if I fly, it's gonna be really early.
Why don't you do sunset? CDC. My thing. Okay, I don't. The Mary Janes aren't bad. I like those because I like chewing candy. But I have really got a hanker. I love the gummy nerds. So they're like the little gummies with the nerds clustered on the outside. Those things are addictive. I am. So I'm sad and glad that they don't have sugar-free versions of those because I know I would get myself in a lot of trouble.
Tony, I
It's
don't
not
know if my motor will
helicopter.
wake him up or not. I mean, I
We
guess if
have
I came
jets that
down.
fly overhead all the time. I don't think his little motor's gonna
Yeah,
freaking
that
bother him.
paramotor's nowhere loud as those jets. I mean, maybe he'll hear it and come outside. I don't know. I can't fly directly over the houses, but I can get close. I mean, there's literally nowhere I can go unless I go right up the coast, all the way back around down by Buckrow Beach. That's the only, because I can't go across, straight across, which the closest way to go to Buckrow Beach is go straight east. But if I did that, I'd be going over a lot of neighborhoods, and you're not technically
You can
allowed to do
fly
that.
along the river.
Well, the river don't cut through straight east like that. If it
No, they
did,
don't.
I could just
The river goes north.
right. So
They
I
are
can't do
really
that.
good CDC. I'm gonna cave on payday. I'm gonna get myself because I cannot bring myself to pay $20 for a bag of gummy bears. So they're actually gummy worms. But they've got a half pound bag of sugar-free gummy worms for $9.99. So I'm going to buy them.
Yeah, Tony's asking the airspace.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's definitely Class D, which is Langley Air Force Base, is who controls the airspace around here. Now, they're pretty good about allowing you to fly, but honestly, I can barely I listen to them on the radio all the time, and I can barely understand what they're
You can
saying.
call them on the phone, you know.
I may
You can
have to call
the
them on the
tower
phone
on the
because I
phone.
can't understand them on the
Just
freaking
be
radio.
like, look, I've never called you guys before. I don't know what the lingo is. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Help! I mean, they're 20-year-olds. They're not gonna yell at you. They're not gonna bite you.
Well, they usually fly over here by the back river, right? So, if, say I went to, what's up, Deja Vu? If I went
Hey,
over to
Deja.
Buckrow Beach and said, hey, I'm going to take off from Buckrow Beach, I'm going to stay below 500 feet, they'll be fine with that. They'll just say, just let us know when you land. I just don't want to do it.
He's a chicken.
I
The
will.
more you answer the phone at work though, and have to talk legal stuff, you'll be like, I can call them, no problem. Hey, I had to talk to. I guess I can tell you guys now. I had to talk to somebody from the Secret Service the other day. He sounded like he was like 12. Yeah, which made me feel real old. But yeah, we had a closing where the gentleman selling his property was out of town and originally wanted an attorney's office in New Jersey. And I was like, okay, that's fine. We got out of town people all the time. He was selling a lot in a very expensive community. So the lot itself was like almost $300,000 just for the lot. And we got everything done. It closed. They sent out his money, but the problem is they overnighted it instead of wired it like he wanted. So he called and was upset that they wired the money. And for some reason, I don't know why, for some reason the buyer's settlement agent, her spidey senses were tingling and she thought just something's not right. So she called the notary. You know, she hunted down the notary that notarized these documents for this person, who happened to be a real estate agent, who was like, yeah, no, my seal was stolen. I haven't notarized anything at all. So she called me at like 5 o'clock. So I was literally in the car on my way home, and she called and was like, we've got a problem. So I called the agent, and the agent's like, well, you know, he called me and was really upset that he had to sell this lot and said they had to do it for their family. And so I called and talked to the real estate agent that was the notary. We verified his serial number, and it definitely was not him that notarized these documents. Meanwhile, the seller is being very friendly. Hey, how you doing? Just want to see if you'd sent that money yet. Yeah, so it turns out it wasn't him. They actually were able to call and talk to the real owner of the property, who's most definitely not selling it. So I turned over all the phone numbers. The agent actually gave this dude my cell phone number, who called me multiple times from different numbers because he's not that bright, apparently. But what's crazy, though, is he actually had these people's IDs. Now, the Secret Service guy told me that the IDs looked great, except for one thing. They had the birthday off by one day on the driver's license. But it's like, how did you get someone's stolen notary and these people's IDs? You've got to work in this industry somehow. Um, yeah, I thank God for her gut feeling, because even going back and looking at everything from my perspective, I didn't see anything that raised any red flags. He wasn't behaving like you would think a scammer would. He wasn't trying to rush it, wasn't trying to push anything. Um, he was more well behaved than a lot of people that I usually deal with. Oh, it was definitely fraud, CDC. We don't know who this guy was. I haven't heard from him since the 14th. The last time he asked me if his wire was sent, and I ignored him. As far as I know, he hasn't tried to call his agent either, so he's in the wind. But we have the bank and information where he wanted the money to go. He was so close, so close. But I think what tipped her off is he was very upset that the funds were overnighted. And when she looked at the tracking information, she said that there were still Christmas decorations on the front porch, and that it didn't look like anybody had been at the house in a long time. I don't know, dire thing. I'm not sure. You can pretty much go online and order a notary stamp. You don't have to. They don't ask for proof of identity. You
I
don't
think
have
it's
to
funny
submit a
when
driver's license or anything to order that.
when the Secret Service guy called, if you looked at the caller ID, it was the most garbled bunch of numbers and letters I've ever seen. You know, normally caller ID shows you somebody's phone number, or it'll say not available or whatever, but that one was like 3Q9F65432. It was like crazy numbers
yeah, he put
and
him
letters.
on hold, was like, so this dude from the Secret Service is online?
Yeah, because I couldn't understand what he said. He said it really fast.
It was a dude. Yeah, I mean, pretty much all he had to do was get this guy's serial number. You can go on any of the notary websites and put in the information and order your own stamp. I'm more curious as to how the hell he got these people's driver's license to modify them. I don't where'd you get that information? How did you even know that these people that lived in New Jersey, because they do live in New Jersey, the address that he provided actually belongs to the people that he was supposed to be that he was
Sorry,
impersonating? How'd you get their information? How'd you know they had a lot in Virginia? I'm very, very curious.
I didn't show Munchkin my figures yet.
Well, he told me, things that they noticed, but I handed over I want to email him back and be like, so you know anything yet? Tell me what's going on.
These are a couple.
But he did sound very, very young.
These are a couple of my little Temu figurines that I got.
Oh, isn't he cute?
Yeah, this is one of them. Pretty cool. This came from Temu. It was just a couple dollars. And then the other one I got is this dude because he looked cool.
Well, I mean, yeah, Dom Long, but
he's on the skateboard.
So clearly the guy is not local. We don't know where he is. But obviously he was far enough away that driving to the house in New Jersey to grab the UPS, because if he had enough information to set up a bank account, because if we...
Uh-oh, what happened? You froze.
So...
There you go. You were frozen.
He had enough information to set up a fraudulent bank account, but he was apparently far enough away that he couldn't drive to that house and grab the UPS off the front porch. But I mean, even if you do a title search, you have to know the people's name and why would you think some random person in New Jersey owned a lot in Virginia? I mean, I don't.
Yeah, there's a lot of missing information that we don't know, but it was great that it got caught before it went through, because that would have been bad altogether. But yeah.
Well, the property's in Virginia, Dom Long, so he would have. What I'm saying is, how did he know what property to target? I mean, I don't.
Yeah, because it ain't like he looked up a house for sale because the original owner of the house didn't put the house for
Yeah,
sale.
it wasn't something that was already for sale. The guy was like, "No, I know I'm one of the few remaining lots in that subdivision. I'm not selling it." Um, that's why I think this person has to have worked either at a mortgage company or a title company or an attorney's office somewhere in New Jersey, which is how they got copies of this guy's driver's license, or at least the photos. It's how he got the stamp information, how he knew what their assets were. Because if you buy a piece of property and you have your loan application, it lists other real estate that you own. That's the only way I can think of that he would have known. Well, it was vacant land, Tony. So, um, but yeah. So, luckily, nobody got any money. Well, the agents did, but they had to give it back. But yeah, I'm
They had to give
curious.
it back. I
They had
bet
to
you they
give it
weren't
back.
happy about that.
Now, one thing I don't know how it's going to work is the buyer had to pay taxes when the deed was recorded. I don't know how he's going to get that back because there's really no way to unwind a transaction without going through the courts, which would cost more money. So he might just have to fucking eat it and do a quitclaim deed back to the actual owner because they recorded the deed.
Wow.
But thankfully they caught it before she wired some fucking stranger $200,000.
Yeah, that's the good part. I mean, they can go in and fix that on the records, but the money, if it would have got transferred, he'd been gone.
Oh yeah.
So that's a good thing.
I'm guessing because since I haven't heard from him since the 14th, that he knows that we're onto him.
Either that, or he's got the Secret Service following him around like, little puppy dogs, and he's like, "Oh, I'm in trouble." Who knows? Hey, Linda.
Josh. But
So
I do want to find out because
Josh, I got another Odin, man. Y'all can't say nothing now. I got another Odin V2, which I've been vaping every day. I love that mod. This one does not have a problem with the fire button. The purple one did. It would get stuck. This one has not stuck one time, knock on wood. So I like this one better than the purple one I had. So there you go.
well, because it's blue too. So
Well, it's blue, but it's just the fact that I haven't had any issues with this one to try. The other one I tried to take these screws out of the front so that I could fix the button, and one of the screws stripped. So I was like, well, I guess I can't get this out now. And I was just stuck with it with one stripped out screw. But since I lost the mod, I was like, I'll just get another one and I won't have to mess with it at all. So I didn't. I paid for the button on your Odin. Speaking of which, yeah, I'm in the negative right now. Isn't that great?
well, I got the guy's email address, so I could email him and be like, "Hey, did you heard anything yet?"
I'm going to put something in the truck, but, I don't want to scare Munchkin.
The guy was very
It's a cigarette lighter,
very
but it says eject.
eject. Very open with the information. It was telling me about the driver's license and everything, and he thinks that it's actually part of a larger ring. So
Oh, it's a whole group of them.
it's
Okay.
my favorite thing, CDC. That's cut and paste is the best. Most legals aren't that difficult to type when it's lot block.
We got a couple of masks. These
But
won't fit under my
when
helmet,
you get
though.
turned west at the old stump 357 feet north, that sucks. Yeah.
That's weird that the stars aren't even. They're like two up there and one down there, but
And he was a lot more casual than I thought he would be for a Secret Service agent. I'm just saying. Again, he sounded like he was 12, but
don't eject Munchkin
Munchkin at all. Munchkin pays the mortgage. I'm gonna punt the dog down the
I
back.
mean, her dog bowl was empty, the food, but it was full. She wouldn't even eat it. So you're telling me she ate all that and now she's still hungry?
She
Or
didn't eat it. I don't know what the hell she wants.
so did the cats eat
Standing
it?
there barking at the cats. The
I
cats just take a bite or two. They don't eat it all. Did you put more food in her bowl when you got up?
No, I did not.
Well, then there's no food in her bowl.
Yeah, but all right, fine. She already had some. She didn't eat it. All right, show me what you want.
Yeah, I mean,
Right there. What do you want?
I don't. Yeah. Yeah, because I guess she contacted the FBI and then they got in touch with the Secret Service. So, what's crazy though is my boss is just like, whatever. He didn't. I was like, I just talked to the Secret Service. He wasn't even curious as to. He doesn't care. You know, he's just like, you know what, handle it. I don't care. So yeah, that's a first. So now I'm super fucking paranoid because I've been doing this for a long time. It's been 25 years. I've never encountered this before. And I'm trying to think of what I could have done because, like, one of the things that we do is there's a form we have to have the notary fill out. Well, if he had a stolen stamp, that wouldn't have done anything.
Hey, Shopkey.
So what we've instituted is you can't use your own notary. I'm sorry if your coworker will do it for free. We're gonna have to find one that we find and send to you, and it's gonna cost you $125.
If they tell you from the Secret Service, Tony, that guy was definitely from the Secret Service. Like I said, you couldn't even read his caller ID.
I already had the guy's name because the home chick gave me his email address and told me his name.
Hey, we got away.
And said that he might call you, and so I'm okay. So I'm weird. I was actually excited. I was like, "Oh boy!" Yeah. So I find that very. I mean, I was a title examiner. I got paid to be nosy. That's right up my alley. I mean, growing up, Perry Mason and Matlock and shit. Those were my jam. I like investigative shit. I dig it.
Well,
I want to know what they know. Let me help you.
Most of the scams that are especially going around now has to do with wires. So, you know, like they'll have where you have to wire the money over into an account. So people will watch, you know, these scammers will watch the emails and they'll go, "Oh, they're supposed to be wiring money," and then they'll send an email saying, "Hey, the account number changed. You need to wire the money to this account." And then if people send that money there, they're out that money. So
yeah,
they're warned ahead of time.
They'll send it and be like, you know, you have to send this immediately, or your closing is going to be delayed. Well, awesome, CDC. That's cool. I never got my underwriter's license because I didn't want one more fucking thing I'd have to do. But I have been an expert witness for the state twice, so that was cool.
Arnie, you know you own a house you don't even know you own, man. Hey, Deweese, how you doing? Digging your artwork you got going on there, Deweese, and I like your little trophy that you got. That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we tell people at the very beginning, look, we're going to send you our wiring instructions once. We're never going to send them to you again unprompted. So I told lady, because she called, she couldn't find the original email, she wanted our wiring instructions. So then she emailed me back. She's like, well, it says I should call. Should I? Well, I mean, unless you want to just wire $68,000 to random wiring instructions without verifying that I actually sent them to you, yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Because once you send that money, it's gone. There is no getting it back. It's gone.
It's gone. Well, once you send it, it's done.
She
gone.
She called within like 2 minutes of me sending that email, so, yeah.
Wow.
You know, cash, Arnie, I don't want cash because that means I have to go to the bank. I can deposit checks right from my desk. Bring me a cashier's check because they've gone away from fraudulent cashier's checks. Now they're going to the wires Eventually, they're going to go back to the cashier's checks.
Yeah, and some of these houses are over $1 million. You're not bringing $1 million in cash into the office.
I remember one time we did have somebody bring like $30,000 in cash, and we had to copy all of it. And that was when the copy machines came out with the
You can't copy money, or they think you're
yeah.
counterfeiting.
Well, they were big on anti-fraud and money laundering, and there are certain settings on the printer that if it detects you're trying to
Thanks, Kyle Tucker.
counterfeit funds, that it'll notify the FBI and shit like that. You can, but it's way harder because it's a longer process to purchase a piece of property than it is to sell one. But yeah, so it's I mean I still get emails to my old email because when I was an examiner, they put all of our information online publicly. So I'll get emails asking me if I will do a closing for a boat, and I'm gonna wire you, or no, I'm gonna.
Tony.
The EMD is only $10,000, but I'm gonna wire you 50, and I need you to issue a check back to me right away. And it's like, do you think I'm stupid? I mean, yeah. So I'm sure somebody will fall for it. But
The cats are fighting Bella off for her food, apparently.
it's not Boots because she's in here screaming at me.
No, it's Bandit. What the heck was I gonna say?
Yes, that was a cattail.
I don't remember what I was gonna say,
I
man.
don't know. Meow, why are you growling at me? Because I pinched your
Munchkin has
butt.
taken over my mod.
I did.
She not
hard
only
on
my
batteries.
mod, but my tank also.
Well, you know why? Because mine's sitting right here, still unbuilt.
And where's that? It's in your office?
Yeah, because it was sitting on your desk for a week, and I needed the fucking batteries.
There's you like you don't come in here and swipe batteries.
I don't swipe your batteries. I had 2 sets that I keep switching out in here.
Okay.
And one of them was in my mod, so it does look dreamy, Linda. I agree.
There's no dreamy about me.
I don't do a whole lot of mobile homes, CDC, because the main area that most of my work comes in is not an area that has mobile homes, but our other office, where they have they're closer to the country out in Gloucester, they do a lot of mobile homes.
See, now, if we would have ended up getting a house in Gloucester, I'd have been fine because that's wide open airspace there. I could have flew right out of the backyard probably, but Munchkin probably would have had to drive a lot further to work unless
Either
she's...
that, or I'd have to work in the office with Lisa.
Yeah,
And I love her, but I'd stab myself in the eye.
I'm a nightmare. There you go, Dumb Long. That makes more sense.
Katie and the family are doing good, Cloud Chucker. I was telling them earlier, their rent's paid through October. She's turned into an electricity Nazi.
Oh, I didn't tell y'all. I noticed on my paramotor that one of the spars are broken, okay? I know that's going to be like, what is a spar? Okay. You have the paramotor and it's got a frame. And then you got the hoop section, right? So the spars they look like drumsticks. They stick out on this particular paramotor. There's 6 of them. There's 2 on the bottom, 2 in the middle, and 2 at the top. They connect the frame to the hoop. That's all it does. So one of my spars
Spokes.
was cracked. Yeah, they're like spokes. Yeah, I guess you could call them that. And I didn't realize it until, after the Kitty Hawk flight? So I tried to sit there and super glue it back. Okay, anyways. I end up ordering another one from One Up Adventures in Florida. And I told them, I said, hey, I bought my factory R before y'all came out with the upgraded spars. So don't send me the upgraded one. I need the non-upgrade spar for the lower section. Okay, fine. So I paid for that, paid for the shipping to get it here. It came and it was way skinnier than my current spars. So I didn't know it, but I already had the upgraded spars, which I had those spars like 4 months before they even
probably-
announced them.
You probably tried.
So I got lucky and got the upgraded spars. Super glue, I already tried that, Tony, and it snapped right in half. Not even putting any pressure. I was just putting it back on the paramotor and it snapped. And I'm using the Cubon stuff that you use to fix props. So it's got a special, really super glue, like quick bonding, ultra strong super glue, and like this powder, which is almost like a metallic powder. I use that on the spar now. To its credit, I didn't sand it and all that before I tried to glue it, so that may be why. But I'm just gonna put a new one on there. So yeah, I should have sanded it, and the only sandpaper I could find was fine grain, and it wasn't really roughing up the surface like I wanted. So I tried to do a quick fix just to get me by it until the new one came in. But I'll have the new one tomorrow, so I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to take the floats that I have and actually install them on my harness. I have them right now on the paramotor, but I think I'll be better off with them right on my chest straps, like going right beside me. That way, if it does pop out, they'll be on each side of my head, and I know that I won't flip forward or backward. They'll be in the right area, so I'm good to go there. Is the spar behind the exhaust? That's weird. It kind of is on the same level as the exhaust dire thing. The frame is here, so okay, let me do it sideways. Say your frame is here, your motor sticks to the back, and the spars come up at an angle going to your frame, and your hoop is back here. So it goes out. It's not like a straight up thing. It goes out at an angle, and that's why the hoop section is back here. So your exhaust is running down and up here. So it's not like the exhaust hit the spar to break it. What happened was, I think when I either sat on my butt that one time when I was trying to help John, I think that's when I broke the spar and just didn't realize it. I know my next landing, hope to God, is going to be a nice, smooth, up on my feet landing. I will record it. We're going to find out. But I've just not had a good opportunity to have a good landing. It's like every chance I think, and I'm like, oh, now I need to hurry up and land. And when I landed on the beach, my kill switch wouldn't work, which threw me all off. So next one, now my kill switch working. Nobody's going to be in trouble. I'm going to land, and it's going to be good, I hope.
You get to pretend you're a hermit crab.
A hermit crab, yeah, that's what happened, because after I landed on the beach,
Trying to burrow
my
under
motor, I went forward because my wing went forward, which had me leaning down, and then my hand pushed the throttle, full throttle. So I was just stirring up stand, which kind of roughed up my prop a little bit. So yeah, that's not a good thing.
the one good thing is the wing did go up over your head, and you didn't have any lines in there. Everything was completely clear.
Yeah, that's awesome. I thought I might have had a rip in my wing, and I took it out in the yard and double checked, triple checked that there's no cuts or rips in my wing or lines, which is great. And that wing is, I mean, yeah, technically I've had it a year, but it's had 9 flights. So I think not even 9 flights. I would say 6 flights on that wing. So it's still a brand new crispy wing, in my opinion.
So what's everybody vaping on?
Fine, I wasn't trying to talk about paramotors. It just happened.
You always end up going back to paramotors. Always. Always.
Well, I wanted to redo this tank, but I just rebuilt this now.
Well, then you can rebuild mine instead.
I can rebuild yours. It needs to be redone so I can have mine back, which would be nice.
I just filled it with juice. You'll have to wait like a half an hour.
That's fine.
This thing goes through juice like nobody's business. What tank is this again?
The Osiris.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
I mean,
don't
I got
like
the
it.
smaller version.
Why.
You
I
think
don't
that one
like
goes through
the
juice?
bottom
quick.
airflow because it leaves fucking condensation everywhere, and I cannot stand having juice on my hands. I don't like it. I can't fucking stand it. I don't like it. But it sucks down the juice. Like, I can feel it before we go to bed, right? And I'll hit it once or twice. Then when I get up in the morning, the damn thing's empty. It's like the cotton just absorbs all of it. Now,
You know, DCF was just talking about what they're doing their live extravaganza right now, right? They have pods that are made in the.
Catch me vaping watermelon. Blech.
Let me finish.
Sorry.
They have pods that are actually made in the USA.
Yeah.
And they don't have ice in them.
Holy shit.
That's what blew my mind when they said these pods don't have ice. I'm like, what? Because 98% of the pods that you buy,
99, they're all ice.
that all have ice in them. They're, it's like,
no, there's a reason why they add the ice, because it makes the nicotine level. It makes it not as harsh when they add the ice.
So yeah, now I don't know what they're called. I think they're called 50 something, maybe 50 cent. I don't know what they're called. I'll have to look it up. But I do know that Dave was showing and Julie was showing one of the pods, and it was red. I've never seen it before, so I'm gonna have to look it up and see what they are. How can they afford to make the pods in the U.S. and keep them cheap is going to be the real kicker, because...
Okay, maybe they're put together in the U.S., but I can guarantee you the parts probably don't come from here.
Oh, you think... Okay. You think assembled in the U.S. but manufactured in China? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know the full details.
Yeah, at this point, though, I don't give a shit. I really don't care. See, I would have gotten that one, but I didn't see that. This one's not bad, though, peach pie. It's got the ice in it, but it's still good.
You don't vape in your bedroom? Now, King Cobra, okay, I get what you're saying, but this was my thing, right? When I was a smoker, I got to the point where I was like, I don't want to smoke in the house because I don't want the house to smell like smoke. I don't want nasty curtains with nicotine stains and all that. So we started smoking outside the house. Mm-hmm. And when I switched to vaping, I was like, by God, I'll vape in the house. I didn't really care.
The only reason I started vaping was because it was cold outside and I wanted to vape while I played my video game.
There you go.
I didn't want to have to pause it and go freeze my ass off on the porch.
There you go, Deweese. Yeah, the Voopoo, the Drag X Voopoo is not bad. So, that's a good one.
To pee and make a drink. I'll be right back.
You gonna bring me your mod? Okay, she said yes, so we'll see. What's the weirdest flavor they have for vaping?
Crab juice, dirty ashtray.
Yeah, Tony, there's a website that sells novelty e-juices, and I'd say the worst one either is Dirty Ashtray. They make a juice called Dirty Ashtray, and it is very nasty. Or crab juice. And crab juice tastes to me like rotten seafood. I mean, that's the best way I could explain it. And I'm not the biggest seafood fan anyway, but when I vaped that, I thought I was going to hurl. Oh, that stuff is terrible. I will show you guys this because apparently, oh my God, seriously? She just likes destroying her coils. Let's go over to the build cam. I got you. I completely understand, King Cobra. So I don't know if y'all can see the state of these coils. Let me see if I can get it in closer for you guys. Let's focus this. This is why she hasn't been vaping this mod, because it is like a burnt crispy. Just terrible. And And I got to find some decent tweezers to take this thing apart with, which I was just using earlier, and now I didn't put them back like I should have, so now I pay the price. I got some other tweezers, but these aren't the ones I want to use. Wait, I got bunches of them. Let's use these black ones for now, because they look like the old day scuba coils. This is the vape stand I got from Jazzy. It's pretty rad. Ooh. Now, building is going to be a chore because I have the good shears out in my truck. I can either go get them or try to use the really dull ones that I've been using for years and years. So I don't know which way I want to do this yet. Goodness gracious, this is just burnt rotten. I feel like I'm dealing with bad earwax or something. So yeah, there's good old crispy.
Are you talking shit too, Dire Thing? All right, so whatever juice it was that I've forgotten
They
the
actually
name
look
of,
like they're touching.
from I'm not gonna. It was just, it had a lot of sweetener in it. So he re-wicked that, and that was probably about 2 days worth of vaping before it started tasting like burnt ass
You
again.
brought me a mod with no batteries in it?
Yep. Hey, Wally.
You're just trying to steal some batteries.
What's yours is mine, right? Right?
Those batteries aren't even charged. Okay. Let's see what we can get off of this.
You are
Well,
not
y'all
gonna be
see
able
how
to burn
bad they
those
look.
off.
We'll see what we can get.
You could probably just pick that all off in one piece. You're gonna burn our house down. Don't do that.
Nah, no burning of the house.
I can smell it already. You like? Why didn't you just try to peel it off in one big piece, like the bark on a pork roast or something?
Just barely touching it.
Hey, if that was barbecue, that would be some good shit, yo.
But it's not barbecue.
I'm sure, Dom Long. He just likes to ridicule me.
Why is the camera frozen? Hold on, I will wait.
That is QP Designs. I can't remember the name of the tank. The Juggernaut. That's what it is. I can smell it. I can smell it in here. No, you don't need smell-o-vision. It tastes like somebody flung a marshmallow in the fireplace and just left it there.
There we go. Not too bad.
No,
Let me go clean this up a little bit
it's
more.
not a horrible smell, but it's definitely not good.
Change those out. I don't think I have enough wire to put new coils. DeMillan, they're not old.
I've got some coils right here.
Really?
Yep.
All right. Well, hold on. I'm still got to wash her tank out.
They're not quite 3mm. They look.
Let me
more
put the
like
regular
2.
camera back on.
Yeah, those are those are the ones I think he built on camera. So those aren't even a month old. It's that juice had way too much sweetener in it. I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong, but not for a tank. That would be something that you would drip. It was too much in a tank. It did taste like shit though. But I've been using his Cream Hill, which the batteries in this are almost dead too. This thing goes through batteries fast, really fast. Like not even a full day, it'll kill 2 batteries. I think it's probably because of backlight or something. I don't know. But I like the weight of the mod, but the door, I can feel it move in my hand when I pick it up. I don't like that. Could you imagine if smell-o-vision was a thing? Like whenever they have like a movie set in New York City and they're showing all the garbage all damp and gross piled up, I don't want smell-o-vision. No. Unless we're talking about the Food Network, then that might be okay. Biting cock with Coke tastes weird. I'm so used to Dr. Pepper, it tastes very odd.
You said you had some coils?
They're not 3mm. I don't know what size they are, but
Are these double wrapped?
I don't even know where they came from.
Oh, those aren't. I know where they came from. I think these are Andre coils, and he wrapped
Those
them.
aren't Andre coils.
Okay, if you say so.
I mean, they might be Andre coils. Speaking of Andre, do you guys remember Andre? He's gonna be a daddy. He messaged me the other day, out of the blue. He's gonna be a daddy. Somehow he found himself a woman freakier than he is, which is kind of frightening. Yeah.
This
So
is
I
gonna
told
be
him-
freak.
I
This is
said,
gonna.
good, you're happy, you're in a nice relationship. Don't fuck that up like you did your boxer. And he's like, you're never gonna let me forget that, are you? No, I am not.
All right, now we can show it again. Let me get back to where
50 bar. I think that is right. Yeah. The 50 bar? Is that what you were talking about that they were showing on DCF?
Yeah, I think that's it. The 50
Yeah,
bar.
cinnamon funnel cake, mint, ugh. Tobaccochino, blueberry cereal, donut milk.
So it doesn't have ice. None of them
Well,
say.
they've got a couple. They've got mango melon ice, but I would imagine like the strawberry donut cereal. I would hope they don't have ice. And they're only $15.99.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, that's because we're not getting them from the local vape shop. They're the ones that raise the price on them. They're always like $15.99 when you get them online, but then you got to pay all that shipping cost.
All right.
Now, these things, I don't know if y'all can see the way these coils are made, but they have another wire running along with the coil. Let me see if I can focus this. Can y'all see it now? Another long wire that runs through the middle of the coil. I have no idea
Andre.
what ohm we're working with or anything.
Well,
so
if they're Andre coils, they're probably 1 point something.
I don't think they're that low.
His coils were always super low. That's why he melted his fucking boxer. It's like 1.8, I think they were.
My cutters are.
I still have the giant coils he made me for earrings. I got to give those to my mom and have her turn them into earrings. I still have them. They're big. They're probably about 2.5 inches long. Yeah, Wally says 0.18. Isn't that what I said? Or did I try to
That's
say,
close,
did I say
but
1.8?
we'll try it. Andre's gonna be like, man, I made them coils like 8 years ago. Yeah, well, you know.
It was more like 5. Scott says, Scuba, that looks like twisted flat ribbon wire wrapped in.
It may be. I don't remember what they were.
Well, if she's freakier than Andre, Tony, you don't know Andre, but yeah, he's a weird dude. It's super nice, but he's a weird dude. He's pretty cool though. I'm just trying to picture Andre as a dad. She makes him pretend that he's a respectable young man. He goes to church and stuff, but he sent me a couple videos. She plays the piano and she sings and she can play the guitar. So yes, very talented, very pretty. He he was from Sweden. He came on a couple times. He was always popping into Scuba's show, giving him shit about having a blue mod or
Thanks,
whatever.
Dolores. I'll look at it in a second.
Yeah, he did. He did a lot of shows.
No. Man, this is gonna be a tight fit.
Well, Dom Long, there's freaky crazy, and then there's just a freak in the sheets. She appears to be a respectable young woman publicly, but because he was telling me how sweet she is, and I said, "Has she met you?" I mean, you know. Let me see, Cloud Chucker.
All
Yes,
right.
that is the juggernaut. That is what he's rebuilding.
Let's see if we can
For
get this.
31 bucks too. That's not bad for QP Designs because their shit's expensive. I got this as a gift.
0.14 is what it's showing right now.
But you know what, Tony? I didn't want to ask because Andre would totally tell me. Look, one day me and Andre sat in Zoom on wish.com looking up the weirdest shit we could find on their website, which I would say is not a good idea because when Wish sends you their advertisements, they do the front page of the advertisement like a magazine based on your search history. I couldn't open the Wish app in front of anybody for like 4 months because I didn't know they sold shit like that, but they do. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to know what he considers freaky. No, thank you.
There we go.
I like it, Cloud Jugger. It's really good. It's good, and it doesn't have the bottom airflow, so you don't end up with condensation all over your mod. Um, it doesn't have too much airflow, so you feel like all you're getting is air. It's the perfect draw for me. I like it, and it's super easy to build.
Let's see if 3mm fits through this. It may be.
If I didn't have him, I could do it very easily. It's really easy.
I think this is 2.5, so we're gonna get a little bit smaller with the cotton.
Yeah, I don't even want to look, Scott. I don't. I like Temu just advertising clothing and cheap costume jewelry at me. Good. Yeah, Cloud Chucker. I don't know how much they cost originally. Like I said, I got that one as a gift. So, I'm not sure how much they are, but I know QP design shit is really usually expensive for $31. I like it.
Yeah, they're great tanks.
Yeah, I like that one and the other one that I was using. What was that Mike Vapes one that I can't remember? They're very similar in the way they the way they hit
The Juggernaut V2, I do believe, is what this is, Dolores.
Wally, I don't even want to look. They email me, they text me. I just delete them before I read it because it's always, you got a coupon, you got this. So, but I do like, well, you know, one thing I've noticed, Dom Long, though, the difference between Temu and Wish is when Temu says it's an extra large, it is. It's an American extra large, not a Chinese extra large. So all the clothes that I've gotten fit.
It might be the Blaze Cloud Chucker. The Blaze that I had went. That's the one that took a dive in the water somewhere. I'm pretty sure that's what I was vaping the
Not
day
to mention, Temu ships from the United States. So I've gotten stuff from New Jersey, I've gotten stuff from California, Pennsylvania. So they must have a lot of US warehouses. So it's much faster than waiting on shit literally on a, I wouldn't say on a slow boat from China because a lot of stuff on Wish actually came from Korea. But yeah, ships much faster. Exactly, Tony. They must get their sizing from, I don't know, the last time y'all been to a concert and tried to buy a t-shirt there. I tried to buy an extra large women's t-shirt and it would have fit my kid when she was like 12. There was no way I was getting these girls in that t-shirt. That no fucking way at all.
Okay, nice and fluffy cotton.
He doesn't know, DeMillan.
What?
She wants to know what kind of coil is that.
Yeah, I don't remember what these are. They got some kind of wire. I know it's a fused Clapton, but then he's got another wire running along with it. So, good question.
Did it really, Tom Long? I think the latest once it ships, because I think I waited like a week for an order to ship, but once it shipped, I got it within a week. So maybe 2.5 weeks is the longest it's taken to get something to me. So far, now I'm really picky about what I order from there.
Oh, you know what happened to me today, right?
No.
They Timu said, "Hey, if you don't get your order by August 24th, we're going to give you $5 credit."
Oh yeah.
Well, it came today, which was a day late. I got $5 credit.
Yeah, they that happens on all their orders. If they don't get it to you by the estimated delivery date, you get a credit.
We're gonna vape Pegasus tears.
Yes.
From Higgies. Oh boy.
Yes, we are. Like I said, I'm picky about what I order because like some of the clothes and stuff, the material is not the best. So I keep my expectations low, and I've been impressed. I haven't gotten anything that I'm like, ooh, I hate that. Like the jewelry and stuff, it's like $2. So yeah, I don't order anything off a Facebook link. If I see something that looks cool on a Facebook link, I Google it and order it from somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah, because hey hun, we're going out of business. Weren't you going out of business last week? Yeah, I don't click on Facebook ads. Like I bought 2 bathing suits from Temu that are actually really cute and they fit. Well, for the most part they fit. The girls don't really cooperate. They try to climb out the top. Which some people, that's the look they're going for. I don't want to be able to take a nap on my own boobs. So I think if I drop 5 more pounds, they'll fit perfectly. And they're cute and they actually seem like when I tried it on, the straps weren't digging, they weren't pulling or crackling or anything. No, we're not doing that, Tony. I mean, I could show them. I'm not putting them on, but they are cute. I like them. They're tank top style because I am over 45, so we're not showing.
Well, I cleaned all that out. Maybe I missed the top, but
yeah, for other people, Dom Long, I don't want to be able to nap on my own boobs. That's excessive. I mean, literally, I could just set my head down on them. But yeah, I don't know. Somebody else joined the mod heist. Kramer wants to rob Scuba. I mean, I'll go get him if you want to see him. I'll go get him. Hold on.
sorry, I was a little bit off camera there. All right. Get the juice flow open back up.
Oops, I muted myself. So I don't know if y'all have ever heard of. They've got Lumi for women, and
oh, here we go.
What is it called? Mando for men. But it's a cream deodorant. That is the best shit I've ever used in my entire life. Like,
I will admit, It works really damn good.
It does.
I got some for I got the Mando version, and it works. I mean,
yes.
I'm not a big fan of a lotion type deodorant, but give that back to Munchkin.
Really
well, I got to make sure it works right, Dolores.
It
Damn.
dries fast, and okay, ladies, you know you hear about like under boob sweat, right? And swamp ass. Now, swamp ass for women's a little different for women than it is for men. Women tend to get kind of a gamey smell. It just, and it's not that it smells like sweat and deodorant. It smells like nothing. It's just it's awesome. I love it. Now it's $20, so it's expensive, but like you can do both armpits with like a pea-size amount of deodorant. It's fantastic. Fantastic. I'm gonna buy more because it's great.
All right, see if that tastes right, or if it's too hot. I mean, I don't usually vape at that particular ohm. Does this still say 0.17?
0.14.
It's even lower. Okay.
Woo! That's much warmer compared to
Yeah, because it's probably not Canthal. It's probably stainless steel or something like that. That's why the ohm is lower.
How do I unlock my wattage?
Hold the power and the plus button, I think it is.
There we go. You're so smart. That's why I keep you around. Right.
I just remember stuff sometimes.
Tony, it doesn't really have a scent to it. Like what I have is tangerine, so it doesn't. You can't really smell it.
Mine's
It's
different.
great. All right, so here's the bathing suits, y'all. Here is the first one, which the bottoms look very similar. I can't see what I'm showing you. I gotta pull up Zoom. Hold on.
Here's the Mando right there.
Yeah.
I have Mount Fuji. For pits, packages, and feet.
Yes.
You got that? Pits, packages, and feet. It works on packages too, fellas.
So there's the first one, and the bottoms are look the same color scheme, but this part right here is like sheer, so you can kind of see through it. And it's got the pads to lift the girls up. It's got nice thick straps, and it's thick bathing suit material. It doesn't feel like some cheap Chinese shit. And then here's the other one that just has black bottoms. That is also the same, which I think is super cute. And then the back has the little cutouts in the back. So yeah. It works really good, Wally. I mean, especially like when we went out to Tappahannock, I'm like, all right, here is the main test because it's fucking hot out and we're sitting in the sun, so we're gonna do a swamp ass test, right? And it just nothing. There's just nothing. You could sit out in the sun and sweat your ass off all day long, and no swamp ass.
So if I made an accident.
Well, the fact that you're choking, I'm gonna say, yeah, you made an accident. Did you stir it? No, I don't believe you. No, you didn't make an accident. It just tastes stronger because it's not Dr. Pepper.
That is Dr. Pepper.
Where'd you get a Dr. Pepper?
There was 2 left. Why was the first one like straight liquor?
I don't know. Did it fill up your straw?
Oh, they did.
And those bathing suits were $13 a piece too.
That first sip was straight liquor. That was nothing but liquor.
Dolores, the rainbow one it's more like kind of a tie-dye, but it's very pastel. So I like it. It's cute. It's probably too pastel.
Are you showing bras or something? What the?
No, I was showing the bathing suits that I got.
Oh, okay. Well, since we have the grandkids coming over tomorrow, they're gonna want to get in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Queen likes it strong. Well, thanks, Red. Yeah, I got it cut. I'm about to dye it, and
I have not drunk shopped on Temu. That sounds like
no, she won't let me dye my hair.
horrible idea. That would be really bad.
But everybody was
Spend
giving me
enough
crap
money
about my
sober.
hair being long, so I had to get it cut. Plus, I like.
Which one, Angela?
Yeah, Angela wants to see your suit.
So here's the one that's got black bottoms, right?
I did not, Wally.
Mm,
Show the second one. Try it red.
Yeah,
Scuba.
that's the one that comes with black bottoms, and it's got the little cutouts on the back. And then this was the first one. That it's all the bottom part of it is sheer.
I don't know why she bought bathing suits. Try getting her ass to go to the beach.
I did, and look what happened to me.
Dye it dark brown.
Cloud chucker, you hush.
I was gonna do a light brown cloud chucker, maybe someday.
But you don't want me to dye my hair to match my eyebrows.
So, yeah, I mean, I would have got my hair cut anyway, even though y'all were giving me crap about it being long. I just hadn't had a chance to go by and get it done, so now it's cut. I'm all good now. I did not get to fly, and
Yep,
I'll tell you
Angela.
why. I
Where'd
went
you
there
go?
to fly, Wally, but the air, in my opinion, didn't feel safe. That's why I didn't fly. That's the only reason I didn't fly.
It
We
didn't
drove.
feel. We saw him take off, and there was a couple dudes there watching, and they're like, "Oh, is it supposed to be doing that?" And he got like a resounding no from like 5
Yeah,
people.
we all were like, no, it shouldn't. I need some different frames.
I thought he was gonna splat right into the water tower like fucking Wile E. Coyote. And
What
shit.
kind of frames do I need? Are they gonna? I'm starting to look like Drew Carey. Oh
I
hell
looked-
no!
I looked at that one, Red. I did. And I'm like, you know what? I'm never going to wear that little skirt thing. And I don't like the idea of having the straps that tie. So I didn't get those. You cut off the straps. See, I
I'm
bend
not
over
looking
and all
like
my shit
Drew
would flop
Carey.
out.
Is that boots?
It is. You don't drink liquor. Get out of my cup.
The cat does. The cat is being very needy lately.
We don't wear bathing suits in the hot tub, Don Long.
I need some
Oh.
frameless glasses. You know, I can get different frames, Josh. The frames aren't that well. I'd have to buy new lenses, obviously, if I got different frames. So,
See, I think my exam would be covered under my eye insurance. But for like Zenny and shit like that, I need to talk to somebody because I would be sending them coach frames to put new lenses in. And if they lost my $400 frames, I would kill somebody because the frames cost more. Yes, I did, Angela. The frames cost more than the lenses. And I'm not gonna just throw expensive ass frames like that in a box and not use them again.
contacts. See,
My
I would do
glasses show
contacts,
the wrong-
but these are progressive because I can see out fine. It's reading up close that I have a problem with. So these lenses are progressive, and to do that with contacts, I don't think they can do that because they don't move. So you need like a single prescription to do contacts.
I just can't get both
I
of them
think-
in my eyes. I can only get one in, and then yeah.
Contacts are a pain in the butt. Glasses hurt your nose.
They
I
don't hurt my nose.
understand
They
that
hurt
too.
the tops of my ears. And my glasses aren't too tight, but they really just mine give me a headache because my prescription has changed. I got my glasses in 2016. 7 years ago. They don't. When I put them on, I can't.
I don't
see
know
my
if
computer.
Zenni requires you to get a new prescription. You know, they say it's only good for 2 years, and then you got to go get your exam again.
Well, yeah, because your eyes change.
Well,
Why would you want to get new glasses based on an old prescription? I have an old prescription. I can't see shit when I put on my glasses.
yeah. I mean, these do fine. I have sunglasses out there, same prescription as these, and they're the same frames as these.
That's
So-
what pisses me off the most is that my prescription sunglasses got stolen.
Yeah.
I hope somebody put them on and crashed into a fucking tree because I miss my prescription.
I can't tell y'all how many times I've put on the prescription sunglasses, and then went into work or came back home and had them on. And when I get in the house, I can't see a damn thing because they're dark. They're dark.
That's why I didn't get transition lenses on my sunglasses, because...
Well, I don't mind if I come in and I know they're going to lighten up in a couple minutes, that's fine. But when I know it's not going to get any better, I got to go change my glasses back. They did have transition for like another $100 or something like that.
Oh, that's cute, Dolores. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, Tony. Or just going, hey, there's our exit, and then turning around and looping back.
So Labor Day, if the weather's good, I'm going to try to fly from here or either Buckrow Beach, one of the two. If I can't fly out of this field, I'm going to Buckrow Beach and flying. After that, the fly-in is September, well, it starts the 13th, but I'll go either the night of the 13th or the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. That's it. And hopefully by the time that fly-in's over, I'm like, I won't say I'll be a master at anything, but I'll be a lot better at landing and takeoff and all that.
Tony, they're like $13. And if you go shop on Temu, whatever you want to get, just throw that shit in your cart and wait. Because
I guess I can show you all my boots.
They'll send you a coupon.
Let me show you my boots.
Yeah, they'll definitely send you a coupon. And discount it because they want you to buy it. So, but I mean, you could go buy the same bathing suit on Amazon for $25, so I'll take it for 13.
So
I was worried about the quality, but they're comparable to anything else you'd buy.
This is the first pair of shoes I got, which the light is killing it. They look like this and they're red. The only thing I don't like about these shoes is the tread on the bottom. Now these little things here make it nice and comfy, like springy, but the tread on the bottom is just
non-existent.
It's pretty much flat. I mean, yeah, look at the way that tread is. Not a big fan of the tread. So
yeah, I think that's where they cut the corners, because like the heels that I got are real comfortable. They're wedges. But you know how on the bottom of most women's shoes that are specially heels or wedges,
now
the rubber is squishy. It's not squishy. It's very hard.
These are really nice boots. I do like these. These are actually steel toe. You can't squeeze this. This is steel toe. It doesn't feel like a heavy steel toe though. And once again, the tread is not the best tread in the world. But these are very comfortable. I like wearing these. I'm probably going to fly with these, to be honest with you guys, because they're very soft up here, but it gives me ankle protection. That way, if I bump into something with my foot for some strange reason, I'll be protected with my feet. Wearing Hey Dudes is not very good for flying because you can slip and fall really easy. I'm going to have to test it with these soles.
I don't know what they got for PPG stuff, but they've got cords and radios and mirrors and LED lights and keychains and little clip-on zippy dongle things, and yeah, you got all kinds of little...
Yeah, you saw my flight with the Hey Dudes. Yeah, I was like, I'm never doing it again, and then I flew with them again. But I didn't do it in wet grass. The wet grass is honestly what got me. I blamed it on the shoes, and it's funny because...
It was a combination of both of them. You're wearing...
When we went to Tappahannock?
Tappahannock.
There's a guy named John that went flying with us. Not the John there's another John that flew with us. He has an electric paramotor, so I got to see him fly that. And he had on Hey Dude shoes also. Yeah. What's up, Mick?
He had to get an electric paramotor to match his Tesla.
Yeah, he's got an electric car and an electric paramotor. He's just all about the electric stuff.
Yeah, he stayed up there for a little while and then came back. Was
Can your car charge your paramotor? That'd be cool.
There was some little old dude that showed up though, to go jogging up and down the runway because it was an old closed down airport. Like literally in the parking lot behind. They gave us the most convoluted directions. If he would have just said, "Look for the cop cars," We're in the parking lot behind the police station. That's literally what it was.
Yeah.
And not a damn one of them came out to see what's going on. But some little old dude came out to go jogging. And then he came back and was asking me a shitload of questions about the paramotors and what they were doing. And then when Jay took off, he's like, oh, let me go get my phone. So he ran over and got his phone and was videoing and took a video of Scuba's paramotor and was watching him fly. And he was really interested in what he's doing. He's so cute. I like little old men. They're adorable.
Tony, I got to admit, flying on the beach barefoot was awesome. Taking off was great, but when I landed, I didn't realize the sand was going to be that hot. That was no fun. I had to run to the water to cool my feet off before they burned. And that, I mean, I was on the verge of blistering my feet.
That
it was hot.
sand was hotter than it had any fucking right to be.
Yeah, that sand had to be, what, 120, 130 degrees at least.
It was more than that.
It was hot. And it wasn't like that when I took off. It might have been
That's how
70.
long it's been since I've been on the beach, because I don't remember sand ever getting that fucking hot, but it was hot. Like, when he landed, right, I went over there, and I'm not even 40 feet away from where he landed.
No, you meant to come over there.
I made it halfway there and was like, fuck, that sand's too hot. And I had on shoes, but I had on flip-flops, and just the sand, it was too hot. I had to hobble back over.
You had on shoes and couldn't make it?
Yes.
Damn. I was barefoot. Imagine that.
Hey, Will.
Well, hey, Will. Thanks for checking in while you're driving.
Boots, why do you stink?
Yeah, Will made another video. He's got just the tip 11.0. And he always does great videos. I wish I could sit down one day and just edit videos over and over so I get better at it. But someday. I want to get better at it, but then again, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just hoping that when I do try this new radio, that I'm able to hear air traffic with this. So, like, if they say, hey, there's a paramotor in front of us, I can go, oh, crap. And then, I'll know that there's a jet coming, and I'll
Laura's
move.
Just posted a link for the Baofeng radio from Temu for $24.58.
Yeah, I have a bunch of them, though. I mean, the Baofeng radio.
Tony said he needs more vape shit, so she's posting links.
Oh, okay.
Or not vape shit.
He needs more paramotor shit.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that other thing we talk about.
Yeah. The other thing you were talking about. What radio is that? Scott, this is called the Talk Pod. This, believe it or not, this radio does 2 meter. You can transmit on 2 meter. You can receive airband, and it also does GPRS. So all 3 of those in one radio. What's cool about that is I can transmit on 2 meter to my buddies that are around me and still listen to airband at the same time. Hell, I'll show you.
Ain't nobody flying around at night.
So that bottom frequency is Langley Airport. That 125000 is Langley. Now it's going to be quiet right now because
That's not Langley Airport. That's Langley
Air Force Base. Yes.
No, I think you got that on Amazon.
So, like, if I go down to Langley, I'll show you. If I go down to Langley and try to hit transmit, it does not transmit because it doesn't do that. But if I go up to the other one and hit transmit, it transmits.
$35?
This one's like $49 or $59 on Amazon. Just look up TalkPod. It is A36 plus.
I would imagine, DeMillan, you could, but I have a scanner, and I've got the scanner app on my phone.
The other cool thing is this has a USB-C charging port on the bottom. You can charge it USB-C, and it also comes with a cradle, so you can charge it with a cradle. It has FM radio. If you want to listen to FM radio.
In Las Vegas, you might be able to listen, but not talk to them. I do too, Red.
It's a cool
Unfortunately,
radio.
The area we live in, most of the places I'd want to go, you're not allowed to keep anything you find. I mean, that's if you tell them what you find.
Yeah, that one didn't come from Temu, Scott. The Talk Pod came from Amazon.
We've got a lot of.
This one
Yorktown.
came from Temu.
All of that is battlefields, so you're not supposed to keep anything you
This
find.
is a Baofeng UV68PM, which has a different type of programming, so be aware of that on the side here.
They had one for sale at Harbor Freight, Red.
But I have a programming cable. No crap. It comes with every kind of programming that you need, including that Baofeng one, which is right here.
Dolores wants you to check the link she posted.
Oh, let's see. That's it. That's it, Dolores. But see, it has a 25% off coupon, and it's 2-day delivery. So it comes with a programming cable that you can use theirs. I highly recommend the cable I bought, but you can use the cable they give you. Comes with that cradle. Like I said, now I'm not recommending y'all go out and start broadcasting on ham radio and stuff without a license
so it's not
or
necessarily
GMRS.
that you can't keep it, but if you there's a difference if I went out in the field behind my house, right? But a lot of the places people like to go is they like to metal detect at some of the parks. So if you're at Yorktown, for example, that's a national park. Yorktown Battlefields, that's where the fucking Revolutionary War took place. You are supposed to report anything that you find. Sometimes they let you keep it, sometimes they don't. Like if you find a button or something like that, obviously you can keep that. But yeah, you're not supposed to be.
I have this one too, Scott. Wait, who said which models do you have? King Cobra. This is the Baofeng UV5R, which is the most popular. And then I have a UV5R Plus. And then I have this UV9, whatever the heck, which is supposed to have 10 watts, which is bullcrap. It's a 5-watt radio. But yeah, this one is the UV68P-M. I haven't even seen software for this radio yet, but it works really good. And it's got good range, and it's got a flashlight on the top or some crap. But
he does, DeMillan. So there is kind of an update. So he saw somebody flying from Fort Monroe.
Yes.
So we drove over to Fort Monroe and stalked this guy as he was flying through the air. Before we found him, he landed and took off. But Scuba did end up finding him online and hunted him down. And basically what it comes down to is, well, there's only a certain part of Fort Monroe, the actual fort, that
she froze.
A small area to fly in. And he's like, I don't do it very often. So his position is it's easier to seek forgiveness than permission. So does he have permission to fly there? Is it cleared to fly there? No. Is he going to do it anyway? Yes. Will Scuba? Probably not.
Yeah, I and Dolores, that's a great site to learn, to go get your, whether, you got 3 types of ham radio license. It's amateur, technician, and I can't remember. The third one is weird. There's 3 types of license you get, but amateur pretty much does anything you need to do. You don't have to go up in classes. You can even talk to the International Space Station with an amateur radio license. If you want to call the ISS for some strange reason.
Tony says you didn't say over.
Copy, over. Roger, over, under. There you go. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, tech, general, and advanced. That's it. I couldn't remember.
Nice move. Can I help you? But like visiting hours, what do y'all want? Why do you keep coming?
They're great radios, especially if hey ISS, what's up? Right, Will?
What's going on up there?
And the link for Chirp. Wow, Dolores is finding links. She shouldn't even know what Chirp is. How does she even know that?
Because Dolores is the fucking bomb. Haven't you figured that out yet?
Wow, yeah, Chirp. Ninja. Chirp or Chirp Plus. What is it called? Chirp Plus? There's Chirp Next. The new version of Chirp is called Chirp
underestimate
Next.
Our Canadian link ninjas. They are powered by maple syrup and the hatred of 1,000 Canadian geese.
Oh, you mentioned Chirp last week? Okay, Scott. Well, there you go. Yeah, I use Chirp. It makes it really easy to program your radio. Put all your frequencies in there, name them, all that good stuff. It makes it nice. What's up, Silent? Silent, I saw you made a post that you're going to have a new glitch about Cold War. Now, does it got to do with zombies or is it stupid multiplayer again? I'm just wondering. Because if it's zombie related, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a new Cold War zombie glitch. But not like I don't have enough Cold War zombie glitches already. I mean, there's like a million of them, but... Hell, I've been playing World War II a lot, Silent. Remember World War II?
Dolores, because I'm not going to do it, so more power.
Man, Silent and Fearless and I, we got on World War II and we just went at it, man. Every map that came out. Final Right, Shadowed Throne, Darkest Shore, all of the Tortured Path, all that stuff we did. We maxed out our characters. Oh, you only did multiplayer. Okay.
My Little Nightmare. What's that? I want to look that up.
My Little Nightmare. I may have to look that one up, Silent.
You don't like scary games because you're...
I'm waiting for Starfield, which I'll have the 31st of August, and be able to play it then.
Is it My Little Nightmare or Little Nightmares? Because when I looked at
what game was that we played that had the really weird ending? I was like, what the hell is this game? It's kind of like
more specific than that.
It's kind of like Limbo. It's got like a shadowy type game.
I don't know.
Maybe that's the one that maybe it was called My Little Nightmare. I played that game, beat it, and was like, that's weird.
You had virtual reality for the paramotor. I played it and landed in a field full of flowers. And I'm going to use the term landed.
It's My Little Nightmare? Oh, okay. Yeah, I played that one, Silent, if that's what it is. It was weird. It's a lot of puzzles you got to do.
I don't see anything that says My Little Nightmare. All I see is Little Nightmares.
I don't know.
Gonna need a link, Silent. Chop chop.
Yeah, get a link, Silent. The Link Ninja Silent.
You know, I like the Oculus because they have the Wander app, and you can just... I was playing a game by myself. You just hit a random location, and I'd have to...
Little Nightmare, I mean. There you go, Little Nightmare.
Cloud
Checker, I have not, because I am not a fan of top-down...
Diablo sucks. Yeah,
I don't like top-down games like that. That's why I didn't get the new Diablo. If it was a straight up first person shooter or third person shooter, that's fine, but I don't like that top view down.
Yeah, that
I can't stand those games.
Look, I don't like that either. Let me get ready to feel hurt. Have y'all ever played It Takes Two where you have to kill the fucking elephant? That's horrible. And you get power off your child's tears. It's awful.
Wait. Little Nightmares. That does not look like the game that I beat. No, it's not.
That's probably not it then. I don't remember you playing a game.
Damn it, Silent. Now I gotta play that one.
I like RPGs. I don't like the style of Diablo where all the characters are little tiny and it's like watching a board game. I didn't like the first Diablo, and I was hoping that when they came out with a new one that it wouldn't be that, and it sucks.
Well, what's the first one called, Silent? I mean, if you're telling me to play the first one, then the second one. Is it just called Small Nightmare? Or just My Nightmare?
I must have missed something. What the hell are you talking about, friend? Oh, okay, an Oculus.
I haven't used my Oculus 2 in forever, and honestly, it's really cool. I just haven't had time to use it. And we don't have the space, man. We need a room that's got space. My Little Nightmare is the first one. The second one's called My Little Nightmare 2. Oh, okay.
That's what a shock.
Gotcha.
I think so, Will. I'm not sure. I had to scroll up because I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Now on was it the Oculus? I think it was the Oculus, not the PlayStation VR. They had one where you're on the camera on the back of one of them flying squirrel dudes. That shit was crazy. And then I watched a little documentary where your first person view from a lady that was trapped under the rubble on September 11th. That was fucking deep. That kind of killed my vibe for the evening. But you can also swim with sharks. There's lots of cool shit on the Oculus.
She took your toy? The VR? I've never had that problem with Munchkin. She's never, like, taken over the VR. Well, she did play it one night, like, a lot.
Oh, that's because
she was, like, in bed playing it.
Yeah, and I would just pick a random location and just wander around and try to figure out where the hell I was.
I think that's the name of that app. It's called Wander.
That is the name of the app.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because you can pretty much go anywhere in the world and just
Harry
look
wants
around
to know
and stuff.
Where you got the program cable for the radio because he just ordered the radio.
Oh, you want the programming cable? I'll show you the one I ordered. Now, you don't have to have this cable, but I'll show you the one I bought because it programs literally all the radios. Here, I'll get you this cable right here. Because it's the Merkit, it's a FTDI cable, which is, well, actually, it comes with, there's the link for it. That comes with every freaking cable you can think of to program radios. It's $26.77 with 10% off and 2-day shipping with Amazon. But you'll be able to use the standard Kenwood cable that they got in there, and it'll program it just fine. That's for just programming the frequencies. Well, there you go, Harry. Yeah, that'll work for you. I mean, that's pretty cheap for that cable, considering it does all the radios. You know, if you ever bought a different radio or something, you could program that. You could clone one radio to another radio. Like, once you get one radio set up, you could copy everything off that and clone it onto another radio if you wanted. If they're similar. If they're way different, then I wouldn't clone it because one will have more features than the other one. Tron, man, that's an old movie right there, Tony. I watched Tron about a year ago just for the hell of, just to dip back into the old school. I like watching a lot of old school stuff. How much for 3 nicotine bars? What? Silent, I'm not that excited about Modern Warfare 3 zombies. I am excited about 2024 Call of Duty zombies. That's going to be great. The Modern Warfare 3 with the whole Outbreak style zombies is not... I don't like the Outbreak zombies in Cold War. I mean, it's kind of like, But, and I got a PS5. We can play on there anytime you want. I have World War II, Cold War, all that. Well, I don't think I have Cold War on PlayStation. But I have World War II on PlayStation and any of the newer games I've been getting on them. Which cable do you have? I just posted the link up above, Dolores.
See, Dolores, I think this is for a video game named Wander. The Wander app on the Oculus, it's basically like Google Earth Street View, but you can pick a random location and it'll just drop you. And you can move around in first person on all the roads. So I would like to drop myself in the middle of nowhere, and then I just wander until I can figure out where I'm at.
Limbo is one of the games. That one came out before the one that I'm thinking of. I don't know what the newer one was called, but it's very similar to Limbo. It's a black and white style game like that, and the ending is really weird. I know there's a lot where you have to get like these lights and you make these people that are like zombies go over and get on this thing, and it was weird. There was a lot of puzzles in it. Very, very similar to Limbo. Maybe they made a new version of Limbo. I don't know. But I played it. It was weird. No, it's not scary whatsoever. It's just more of a puzzle. You have to figure out how to get through each part of the map. You want to Miss Pac-Man? Well, that's really easy to get, Miss Pac-Man. I would highly suggest an emulator, and then you can play all the Miss Pac-Man you want.
I I downloaded an emulator for my computer where I could get all the Super Nintendo games, but I didn't realize.
You got out of the map on It Takes Two?
I was in the middle of saying something.
Well, he just posted.
I downloaded an emulator for the Super Nintendo to get all the games, all the Mario games, and I didn't realize the emulator I downloaded was all in Spanish. So that was fun.
Now, Munchkin and I both played It Takes Two, but we never got out of the map. That's pretty cool. I have that game. I didn't know there was an out of the map glitch. That's cool.
Why did I freeze, and why did I freeze like that?
It's
That's
saying
horrible.
my internet connection's unstable again,
Well,
of course.
aren't we all a little unstable internet? Get over it.
Yeah,
Yoshi's
even-
the best silent.
Even Nate is like, oh, I want to get Modern Warfare 3. And I'm like, I don't know about that one, man. I'm not. I'll probably be so deep into Starfield, I won't even worry about Modern Warfare 3. But who knows? Who knows?
I'm a bit mean. Yeah.
Munchkin's a bit mean. You don't know the half of it.
No, look, Silent. My boss told me I have to use emojis in my emails, right? And I said, you don't think that's a bit unprofessional? And he goes, well, it'll make you appear friendlier. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean appear friendlier? And he's like, well, I mean, no, what do you mean? Please.
Yeah,
explain.
Scott, what I'll do is next time I get paid, I'll buy a really long Ethernet cord and run it so I don't have to use this. I mean, because it keeps doing that unstable crap. It works fine most of the time, but when I'm broadcasting, it's like, it keeps messing up. I don't like that.
Yeah, because we're supposed to have like super bomb diggity internet.
We do, but I'm not hardwired, so I'd probably be better off doing Wi-Fi connection than I would this damn Mocha adapter.
So you realize there's going to be cupcakes being made in this house tomorrow, and we
Tony,
can't
I've already tried. I offered her my Blue Yeti mic, which is a very nice mic, and she'd rather use that headset. So,
You know, it does, Dolores. And he was talking the other day about how we're all grumpy. And I said, well, you did this to us. And he goes, well, I mean, you know, I've noticed that a lot of you that have been doing this for a long time are kind of mean. He said, but you have to be. Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta have thick skin, and you need to not let people fucking trample over you. I'm not soft, Tony. I'm actually very fucking loud. He's just louder, so.
well, I didn't remember how hard the torture path was, and I went and played Into the Storm, which is the first map on the torture path. And I was like, oh, that's right, I gotta go find all them stupid zombie pieces and line up the windmill. I did all that. And then, you know, after the thing got knocked down off the windmill, I let the zombie die. He got up, I couldn't protect him, and he died.
See,
But then
Dolores,
I played it again and beat it, so it wasn't that big a
I'm
deal.
not a bitch at work. Like, all of my, I wouldn't call them co-workers because they work for our competition, but all of the other people I have to deal with, like, I could go on Facebook right now and put out, you know, hey, I need help. Can somebody pull this for me, right? And I will have people that work for other title companies and other attorneys' office inbox me and like, I can get that for you, because you never know whose help you're gonna need. So I'm not an asshole to anybody. The problem is I'm honest, and there's some loan officers and
And
instead of it being she tells it like it is, that it comes across as I'm being a bitch because I speak my mind and I don't let people trample all over me. Good night, Tony.
That's a Wave 3 mic, Silent. It's a really good mic, so if I'm being robotic, it's because of my internet connection.
That sounds delicious, Angela. Well, I need to make some strawberry fat bombs, which I've got the strawberries in the refrigerator. But the girls are probably going to want to make cupcakes, so. Oh, so I'm a Republican? I don't identify with either of our fucked up political parties. No.
Don't gamble too much, Angela.
I'm a human being. And I look out for other human beings. But I don't let other human beings take advantage of me. And
Is
when you're
the cat
a woman,
going to get your drink? I mean...
she wants to. That they tell you you're bitchy. If you were a dude, it'd be like, he speaks his mind. Yeah, it doesn't work out that way. Good night, Angela. I don't know what Boots wants. She keeps yelling at me, and then she jumps up in my lap, and then gets down.
I mean, and you say the whole thing about the paramotor, but we haven't had a show in a couple of weeks, man. It's gotta blurt out a little bit.
What?
I was gonna do a Tuesday show just because I was tired of Sean being gone, and we didn't have a paramotor show to go do. Just saying.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, well, and I can tell a client something, right? I'll tell them something, which I've been doing this for 25 years. I've been doing this longer than my boss has been doing this. I can tell them something and they'll argue with me. He tells them the exact same fucking thing. And he's like, well, that's just because I'm an attorney. No, it's because you're a dude. It has nothing to do with you being an attorney. Nothing at all. It's because you're a male. They automatically defer to you where they think I'm just being difficult. You know, I know how to do my job. There are certain rules and regulations and the law that we have to follow, but I'm being difficult. And when he tells them, oh, we understand. So I'm used to it at this point in time. I don't give a shit.
Well, there you go.
That's great. It says hi. I don't care. Thanks. I've got one that says I'll stop being a bitch if you stop being an idiot, and they don't.
Let me see if they're still on sale. They were on.
They might not be thinking it, Dolores. I mean, it probably never enters their head that she's female. I'm not gonna listen to her. But I mean, biases exist for a reason. They don't always have to be something you recognize that you're doing.
Yeah, if y'all want the Fire Stick 4K Max, it is on sale. There's a link for it.
From what I understand, it's not too bad in our area. If it gets bad,
it's 51% off right now.
I just want people, which I don't people that much anymore, but I don't mind wearing a mask in the winter. It keeps my face warm and I don't have to fucking smile at people.
I like Fire Stick because you can put Plex on there. You can.
I mean,
there's lots of stuff you can do
some
with
of them
it,
are. I've met some women in my line of work that are difficult just for the sake of being difficult. They want to argue just to argue. I don't chalk that up to being female. They're just assholes.
Okay. I wonder if the neighbor really wants to see me fly. What about Roku? Roku's okay, but you can't hack it like you can a Fire Stick. I'm just being completely honest with you. You can do a lot of stuff with a Fire Stick because it basically runs Android stuff, all the APKs that Android runs. So you can pretty much watch any show you want to with a Fire Stick. I'll put it that way. Anything you want to watch. I would highly recommend a VPN though. I mean, I got old Fire Sticks laying around. This is an old one. But the new ones are so much better because they got more memory. They're faster. I got I showed y'all all those Apple TV remotes. I got a bunch of Apple TVs. I don't even know where they're all at. The new one I still haven't found. I haven't found our Fire TV Cube yet. It's around somewhere. Probably in the basement.
When I packed up the office or our bedroom, I put all of that stuff in its own box. So all of the Apple
have yet
TV,
to find
Fire
that box.
Stick, remotes. It's all, and it's not a very big box. It's a small box.
Well, I found all the remotes. Well, all these remotes, and the Fire TV was not in that box, which is just a small black square. So where is that? I have no idea. I haven't used this in forever, which is my Elgato streaming thing, which is HD60S Plus, which uses USB-C, which is awesome, compared to the old one that's not the Plus, and uses some really old micro USB. Is it micro USB or mini USB? It's one of those. Mini USB? And I hate those cables because I have very few of them because they're so old. Have I parachuted? Like skydived, Silent? No. The only thing I've done is hang gliding and paramotoring and parasailing. I have not jumped out of an airplane and pulled a parachute. No.
Ooh, that's nice, DeMillan.
Ooh, you got it from Costco? What's up? 32-inch. I like
I'd
that
love
it
to
has
have something like that, but I have a all-in-one computer that is now 12 years old and is still going strong. So
165. Why? Because now, if I went to go jump out of a plane, number one, the first time you do it, you have to do it tandem. So a dude would have to be strapped onto my back, which is not cool. But, you know, it is what it is. I just don't like jumping out of airplanes.
So I just told Red, if you ever leave me, I'm never going to be able to watch TV again because I have no fucking clue.
You're
how
watching me on a
that shit
46?
works.
Yeah, this one that I have, my monitor is 42 inches.
Did you just hear what I said?
No, what'd you say?
I said I just told Red that if you ever leave me, I'm never going to be able to watch TV again because I don't know how any of the shit works that you've got set up on our TVs. I'll have to like go get cable like a fucking plebe or something.
Yeah, Amazon Prime's got good movies on it, Dolores. It does. I'm not knocking it whatsoever. Prime,
The only
Netflix.
reason I got Amazon Prime was so I could watch the Grand Tour, and somebody won't watch it with me, because he'd rather watch 1,000 hours of somebody fucking riding a one wheel, fucking a bunch of rich 20-year-olds riding around on their fucking one wheel, instead of actually good television that makes you laugh. Ha ha ha.
There's two reasons I want a one wheel.
Because you want me to let you get one.
No. There's two reasons why I want it. Number one, it's really easy to get around when you're at fly-ins. You can just ride out to wherever you need, drop your wing, ride back, get your paramotor, do that, okay? Number two, it's good exercise. It's an easy way to lose weight. I don't get very much exercise sitting around the house. I'd love to just go ride.
You know what would work even better? If you walked your ass out into the field, put down your wing, and then walk back.
Maybe.
And that don't cost $1,500.
But that's not fun. It needs to be fun.
Yeah, well, it can be cheaper fucking fun. If it wasn't $1,500, I'd be all for it. But if you want one, if you get one, I want one, and that ain't happening. I ain't spending $3,000 on a fucking skateboard with a motor. It's fucking ridiculous.
We can just take turns.
It's definitely too analog there. Yeah, he's not.
You can get what you want if Munchkin doesn't know.
I will always know. I know everything. He can't hide anything from me.
How the hell would I have a one wheel and she not know? There is no way, Silent. Not even in the slightest. Even if I hid it in my truck, it would show up eventually. There's no hiding
He can't
it.
keep secrets. There's no way. He'd be watching a video and go, mine doesn't. Oh wait, yeah, he doesn't. He did, Scott, but all my batteries are dead. So, yeah. The batteries.
Start with a Segway. Yeah, those
Segways
9-bots
just
are
look
okay, but
stupid.
if you're gonna spend the money on a 9-bot, why not just buy a freaking one wheel? I mean,
Now, I will have to say, when we go out to the Eastern Shore, when you have to pee, hiking across that field over to the bathroom, it'd be much easier if I had a fucking motorized wheel.
I'd
But
love to
why are
see
they
you.
so god blessed expensive?
I'd love to see you go across the field on a one wheel. I would laugh my ass off. Even if
Why?
you did good, I'd still be laughing.
Why do you assume that I will bust my ass? I don't understand.
'Cause
What
it's
part
gonna
of
happen.
me looks like a girly girl to you? I don't understand why you would think that I wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, but they look dumb.
Yeah, the Segways
I
are
don't want to
cheaper.
look like fucking Paul Blart the Mall Cop. Fuck that.
And the weight limit on the Segway was 220 pounds. I weigh more than that, Will. That's the problem. I looked up the 9 bots. And I was like, damn, I'm over the weight limit. I can't have one of those. And that was the S version. They both have the same freaking weight capacity.
If you can stand on a skateboard without busting your ass, you can stand on one of those.
You can make them yourself too, Silent. That's true. I would be flat on my ass. DeMillan, I've
See,
already
one of
rode
those
the
li-
one wheel a few times. I mean, I'm not the best at
One
it.
of
but I
those
can
little
ride one.
motorized scooters. How much of those? That would be a better. That would be cooler.
Yeah, they're about the same price.
Well, fuck that.
They're around 1,700 usually.
That's not the same price. That's more. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, for a decent one, you can get cheap ones. That one that not a skinny show, not never trust a
I
skinny
could buy a
chef
fucking
Shane.
moped cheaper than that.
$800 is the one he got.
I'm gonna go buy a Vespa. Good night, Cloud Chucker.
Yeah, it's time for us to get off too. It's been fun, guys. I know that it's almost Christmas. DeMillan, I would never get a
That would
Christmas
be the
present
only
like that.
That would be the only Christmas present. Okay, here's the thing, DeMillan. I would not be able to get that for him because all of my money goes to bills. He is petty cash boy, so there's no way. I mean, there's no way. That's
Yeah.
too expensive.
Even on a payment plan, which I saw they had it,
You know what,
it's still
Silent?
kind of
He
expensive.
knows what would make me happy, and I've yet to fucking get that. So he can have his one wheel when I get what I want. How's that? That sounds like a fair fucking trade.
No, because I still have to fucking pay for the one wheel.
And your point is tequila and kittens. That sounds like a perfect combination, Red.
You guys have an excellent weekend.
Look, now he's like, we gotta go. Bye. See ya.
We will catch you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. What do you want that would make you happy? Silent. I've
Shiny,
already
sparkly
got.
jewelry.
I've already got what would make me happy.
And what's that? Your paramotor?
No.
No.
But I did get to fly too, which is that was like a bucket list thing that was like the high point on my bucket list, and I got to do that. Whether I go fly and die tomorrow, I still got to do it, and I'll be happy.
No, we're not gonna do that because I would not be happy.
Well, that's true. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying I did at least
Better
get
not,
to do
because
that.
then I'd have to die too and hunt you down and kill you again.
To kill me again? Alright. You guys have a great weekend. We'll catch you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Peace out!
Good night, y'all.